discovered something strange by the seaside. A banknote was tangled up in seaweed. I couldn't help but laugh, but when I stood up, I found more banknotes in the seaweed. I frantically pushed aside the seaweed, unable to believe my eyes. It was an entire bag full of money. My hands were trembling. I realized this might be dirty money. My desire overcame my reason, and I decided to keep it. After returning home, I carefully washed each banknote clean, then carefully dried them. I counted them meticulously. There was actually 5 million. Looking at the room full of colorful bills, the air itself seemed to smell of money. To keep this secret, I didn't even tell my wife. As usual, I sold the seaweed I collected to the town's dock. After work, I prepared a lavish meal and handed her a large sum for household expenses. My wife was curious about where the money came from. I just lied, telling her that seaweed prices had gone up recently. The next day, I returned to work by the seaside. This time, I discovered something even more terrifying, the wreckage of a small boat with a banknote still inside. I was certain this boat was connected to the bag of money I had found. Fearing exposure, I quickly dragged the boat ashore and set it on fire. But the black smoke attracted the police. Soon after searching the scene, they discovered banknotes in a nearby pile of grass. That evening, there was a knock at the door. When I opened it, it was George. I invited George to sit down. Before I could even ask, George directly told me he had found several banknotes in the seaweed and asked if I had lost them. I didn't admit the money was mine. George decided to split it with me. I felt conflicted inside. George, who had always been stingy, actually wanted to return the money to its owner after finding it. While I had secretly hidden someone else's lost 5 million, the next day, something even more terrifying happened. I discovered a corpse by the seaside. I felt certain it was connected to that bag of money. Seeing no one around, I found an abandoned supermarket and buried the body there. After returning home, I was terrified the police would come for me. I washed my hands over and over again. I planned to move that bag of money somewhere else. But as soon as I stepped outside, I was spotted by a killer who had been tracking the money. The killer recognized the bag containing the money. I obediently handed over the money bag. Just as the killer looked down to count the money, I lunged at him. But I was so frightened that I accidentally sent the killer to meet his maker. I knew that because of my greed, I had made a terrible mistake. I decided to turn myself in. But then I witnessed something even more shocking. George was with my wife.